Have I done Ancestry.com? No. I'm scared to do it. Not for me, but because if my dad finds out that he's anything but Italian, he's going to be very upset.
I'd like to do one just to find out I am Italian. I want to do it for the opposite reason. If I get 1% Italian...
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
93.3. We are here with the one, the only. What is your name?
Daniel Monte.
Say your name one more time for me.
Daniel Monte.
This is Because Design Matters with Daniel Monte. Did I say it right?
Yeah, that's good.
He's close enough.
It works.
I get everybody to say their own name just for the record. It's not because it's your name. How's your day today?
It's good, man. Good. Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Thanks for
excited
coming
to
out.
be here.
I appreciate it. What'd you have for lunch today?
I didn't.
You didn't have lunch?
No, I didn't. I do that often. I accidentally, intermittently fast. It's just the thing
Busy
I
day.
do. That's what I
Just keep
it just
it rolling.
happens. Yeah.
So what was the last thing you ate?
Breakfast. Cereal.
Breakfast.
That's
Okay,
it.
at least you had breakfast.
Yeah.
What's the go-to cereal?
Okay, here. I'll tell you.
All right, go ahead.
Because nobody does this, and
Run
I
us
should
through
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
If you take Cheerios, okay?
Cheerios.
Regular Cheerios.
Mm-hmm.
And then you add your own honey.
Oh.
And you add your own, you just splurt like a bunch of honey all over it. It's the best thing ever. You think Honey Nut Cheerios? No.
Your own Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, your own Honey Nut Cheerios, way better. Trust me. Do it. You'll thank me.
I used to put sugar on Cheerios.
Okay, that's a little crazy.
And pretend it was still healthy, you know?
Yeah.
Like, like it wasn't sugary cereal. Like you take the Cheerios and then you just put like a spoonful of sugar over top.
It's like chocolate-covered strawberries.
You
Same,
might as well
it's
just
like
eat the candy.
Just fruit, right?
Yeah, it's just fruit stuff. I didn't tamper it at all. Or that's like people have like a sandwich and then they'll put like crazy sauces on it. Like those sauces got crazy stuff.
Yeah, it's got yeah, for sure.
All that help. The salads with the dressings. It's just they trying to keep us down. Good thing none of that stuff's gonna be affordable anymore. You know,
It already isn't.
We don't got to worry about it.
Yeah, it's easy. Everybody's
just,
on a diet, you know.
Just eat cardboard.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. It's just I actually saw the RCMP put out a statement with leaked where they're like the younger generation. They're concerned of a Canadian outburst because we're gonna realize how we can never afford anything ever.
Literally nothing. Yeah, it's actually insane.
I'm gonna find the article, put it right here. They basically were they're concerned of a public freak out because of how we're gonna realize how bad it's gonna be for at least 10 years.
Yeah, honestly, a part of me is planning on moving to Italy. Honestly,
that's a good move. I like it.
Go over there, you know.
I like pasta and things.
That's all there is, though. It's pasta, pizza, a lot of carbs. A lot of carbs.
I'll suffer.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Not the pasta and pizza. Whatever will I do?
Oh my God, some of the best food in the world. No.
See, that's exciting. We're gonna jump right into this camera. See this camera?
Yeah.
60 seconds. What are you here to promote?
I am here to promote my new single, Catch Me, which is coming out April 4th. And should I talk a little bit about the song?
You got 60 seconds. You better go.
All right, okay. So it's like a folk ballad kind of song, a little bit different than some of my other stuff, but I love it. It's one of my favorite songs that I've written, and it would mean a lot if you pre-saved it now and you checked it out when it comes out.
That was my next question. You took it. You're going for 150 pre-saves.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for 150. We got I think 50 or something on the last single, and I'm like, let's get 150, and we have a week to do it.
Do you know where we're at right now?
Right now, I think we're at 42, if I'm not mistaken.
On the road. Sometimes people they pre-save it in the last half. You know, they know it's getting close. They're like, let me pre-save it.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a call to action.
Yeah, this is the call to action right here. If you go on my Instagram at Daniel Monte Music, you'll be able to find it. The whole link in bio thing, and you'll be able to find it there. Pre-save it. It will mean a lot. It will mean a lot to me.
Are y'all familiar with the link in bio? Go look at the link in the bio. That's where the things live.
That's where they always live. They always
see the reel in the land of the reels in the post, and then you click through. We got you to the page. You see the link. That's the second click.
That's it. Two clicks.
It's the two-click turnover. If I get you to that second click, I could get your money probably.
Yeah. Ideally, I mean that's
that third click. That third click's got to be a shopping cart.
Yeah.
Or pre-save link. Just pre-save it. We don't need your money. We just need your
No
ears.
money needed. Just 1 minute of your time.
We're already not concerned about groceries. Doesn't matter. Just want your time and your ears listening to music.
Yeah,
how many
sure.
instruments do you play?
Instruments.
Actually, wait a second. How many types of soup do you think you could name?
How many types of soup?
Yeah.
Chicken noodle. That's
One.
it.
Just
Mushroom.
mushroom,
Does
two.
that count? Can I just name different squash?
Squash soup, that's
squash
3.
soups counts, right? Cereal could be a soup. Oh, that's
Cereal. That might be a soup.
that's a little bit of
That's
a
probably a soup. I'm gonna
hot
let it.
take.
We're gonna let it slide. All right, your 4 soups. Keep going.
Oh man, soups. I don't know. Minestra, minestrone. If we're gonna go Italian.
Yeah, throwing a little something on it.
Oh,
All right,
a
I
little
see
bit of
what you're
Italian.
doing here.
Vegetable soup.
Vegetable soup. We're at 7 soups.
I don't know what other soups are there.
I'm not even sure. I don't even eat soup.
Just like broth. I don't know.
Broth. Water with
Bone
a little
broth.
water with a little backwash in it.
Ew,
That might be a soup.
That's technically, I guess you're right. Yeah, at that point, bath water works. Yeah, there's
Bath water.
jacuzzi water.
That's
Oh,
like
God.
human soup.
Yeah,
Jacuzzi water too. It heats up.
that's
Might
disgusting.
melt
I'm
it.
I'm never going to a public jacuzzi ever.
You might get a little pruny.
That's so
Something might
gross.
fall off.
It's disgusting.
Maybe,
Anyway,
maybe a toenail. Instruments though. Instruments.
instruments.
Be
Yeah.
serious, be-
So I
Do you have
play.
a favorite kind of soup?
Don't have a favorite soup.
Yeah, favorite one.
I like minestrone. I mean, like minestrone. I like a good hearty, like, throw a bunch of stuff in water and see what happens. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I like that. The experimental soups.
It's got a bunch of stuff around
Yeah.
the kitchen in there. It's got
Yeah,
something
yeah.
going
The
on.
one, the old Italian women that just throw in all the whatever they have
the
and they're
leftovers.
growing in their garden.
Took all week
Just-
to make it.
Yeah, it took all week.
Every dinner this week added a new ingredient. To the
Yeah,
soup.
yeah. What did you put in there? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything.
Couple good dinners.
Yeah.
All right, serious time.
Okay.
Back to your favorite instrument.
Yeah.
What's
Favorite instrument or
yeah.
what instruments I play? Because
We're gonna start with favorite instrument.
okay. That's a tough one. I'm gonna say strings have a special place in my heart because I'm a violinist.
Okay.
Right. I've always been a violinist since I can remember.
Yeah.
So that's like my main instrument of choice, if you will. But then also, like, piano's awesome. Guitar has so many uses, and I've been really getting into synth design and like different like organs and things like that. So it's like different atmospheric things. So, man, I don't know. Every instrument has its own
Can't
purpose.
choose when you're kids. You can't.
Yeah, no, you can't.
So how many do you play total? Let's get back to that.
If
You
I play
went
piano and violin as my
guitar,
main.
Piano.
Guitar, I play. People say I play it. I mean, I don't think I play it because I know some people that really play it, and I'm
You can
like,
play it.
I can dabble.
You could fool a house party.
Maybe, yeah. If they drink enough, then I'll fool 'em.
Got a little Wonderwall in there.
Yeah, well, Wonderwall. I've sworn a vow against playing Wonderwall.
Why do you think Wonderwall has become the song that people play?
Do you know what? There's some songs that just they work. Like what we used to do live when we were playing. Like and we needed to throw in a cover. I'm gonna say this, and everybody will know this song, and everybody goes nuts for this song, and it works to this day. Mr. Brightside.
Yeah, it does work.
Every time.
It does.
It's such an old tune, but it works every freaking time.
Do you know
it's
the
like-
lyrics off the top of your head?
I've done a lot of the la da 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 and during live and doing the whole mic to the audience
Do
thing.
you know
'cause I
how it
forget 'em.
starts?
With the guitar, and then it goes. Oh God, I need the key.
Yeah.
Want me to sing it? You want to
Let's see what
Is that what you're
happens
trying to do?
here. If
So
you
it's
know it,
going.
I might join in.
And it's gone. Coming out of my cage and I've been doing just fine. Gotta be down because I want it all. Started out with a kiss. How did it end up like this? It was only a kiss. It was only a kiss. Now I'm falling asleep and she's down on a cab and she's down to smoke and he's taking a drag, something like that, and I'm going to bed and it's going on and it's all in my head. But she's touching his chest now. He takes off her dress now. Let me go. It's a one-note song, the whole thing.
I don't
So
play
that's
drums in
basically-
real
yeah,
life.
yeah.
This was a one time.
So I've done what you just heard, me going la da di di da di di da is exactly how I used to do it live. People still loved it.
And then somebody in the back goes, they jump in, they got the words.
I know everybody jumps in. Everybody's like, I don't have to sing that song ever. I never do. It
People are
I'm
just
there.
ready.
Yeah.
What's the other one with it's I'm a dirtbag. What's that
I'm
one?
a teenager. Are you talking about that one?
Teenage dirtbag? No. It's
Just got 2 tickets to Iron Maiden, baby. That one there?
No. I'm just a creep.
Oh,
I'm just a no, that
I'm
one.
a creep.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm a weirdo.
What's that song called?
Creep.
Oh, creep. Exactly. That's another room filling.
That's also one, but it's
Not the
it's
same.
mellow. It's a mellow kind of
Chill.
track. Like Brightside is obviously a lot more.
yeah. It's
You
got
know.
the energy. The other one, I saw somebody online say that just just white people everywhere like that one for some reason.
Oh yeah,
That's what they said.
Those are the white anthems.
They said it's a white anthem. They said there's something that resonates with the people that just want to call themselves a creep. I'm just a creep, and they just.
It's really
They go crazy for the Donna.
With the guitar coming in, yeah.
Don't know why, can't explain it.
Hey, it works.
We're at 3 instruments.
Okay, so we're at 3 instruments. I also, in high school, used to do clarinet. Don't know if it counts, but I did record it on one of my next singles.
We're counting.
So it's counted.
It's on the single? It's in.
It's there.
4.
What else do I do? I mean, obviously, like, I do sing, like, properly, not just what we just did.
In my book, that was properly.
Yeah.
Go on. Sing, the vocal instrument.
Right. What else do I do? I mean, viola out of necessity. Right, it's just like a violin, like a big violin, basically. Yeah. So it's like I can hack my way through that.
Version, like going from electric guitar to an acoustic guitar.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's like I just hack my way through bass in the same way, right? And then a little bit of drums, again, out of necessity.
I think I'm at like 8 or 7.
I mean, again, all these are out of necessity. If you ask me, like, what do you play? Yeah. I'm like violin, vocals, piano. Like that's what I play, right?
Yeah.
Everything else is like, oh, I need to do this on a track, or I need to do this for something, or I'm hearing it in this way, so let me just grab that and figure it out, right? Yeah.
Like if I need to add it, I want to do it. No.
Yeah. I just like mess around until it works.
Now, because you know all these instruments, do you find yourself just using the will you get a loop or something off the internet and use a version like that? Or do you play it yourself?
That's a good question, because I'll tell you, if you listen, and you should, everybody back home, listen to my full discography, all songs, no, not every single song, but check them out. You'll see an evolution. And you'll see the evolution of kind of instrumentation and how I went about things, right? Because the first album I have was very much like, again, me just hacking my way through things. There's a lot of MIDI instrumentation where I would put the notes in and let the computer play it, basically, right? Yeah. Then it went to my second album where I was playing more with a full band, and that's all proper, everybody played on that track. It was all played instruments. It was all no loops, no nothing. Everything that we played into the mic went into the recording. But it ends up sounding like something out of the 1970s, you know what I mean? Which has a vibe of its own, but it was like, oh, well, that's not exactly what
I'm going for.
Yeah, right.
Sure.
So then we started moving into this new kind of territory of things. And what we do is we use a few percussion loops sometimes, because it's get some really cool percussion things.
Yeah.
And but most of the time we're just kind of sampling sounds now and making it through ourselves. So we're not really we're using loops, if anything. And by we, I mean me and my guitarist Antonio. He's 50-50 in the project, basically. He really helps with the production, songwriting, and stuff like that. So, so we use basically the loops to support the material that we make ourselves, right? So, I don't know, does that answer the question?
That answers the question well. Speaking of the internet, did you know in Texas, to unlock Pornhub, you have to hold up a picture of your ID in your face?
You really?
Apparently.
I don't.
How far do you
think? We got to go to Texas.
How far do you think we are from that here in Canada? How far?
Putting up your ID to see whether or not you can go on Pornhub?
Yeah, to unlock it.
To unlock Pornhub.
Would you do it? Next question.
Well,
would you do it?
I can. So
would you?
Would I do it? No.
Would you let them take a photo of yourself?
I'm in a very happy relationship. Yes, I would do it.
He said, of course. He said, they can't stop me.
Listen, man, it's necessity.
Internet censorship can only go so far. I don't need to see the news, but what I do need to see is a couple of news.
Yeah, exactly. Show your ID to see the news? No, absolutely not.
What am I going to get arrested? Yeah. But to the old orange YouTube? Nah. Who's asking? Antonio.
Yeah, Anto. The stage name is Anto.
Anto? How did you meet him?
Funny story. High school, we were in, we had this battle of the bands in high school, and we were in, what's it called, opposing bands. Okay. He was in in another band, and I was we were pretty much just against each other.
Versus, yeah.
And I was always like that, I'm not going to say it on air, but
I appreciate it.
You know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I'll put it, I'll type it in.
Yeah. Yeah, be creative with it.
Yeah, there's no censorship for me on the internet. The censorship is here in the...
Exactly, yeah.
On the old FM.
So he basically, we kind of had this competition between us, but we weren't really we didn't really talk to each other much.
Sure.
So I did 2 years, and he's 2 years younger than me.
Yeah.
So I went 2 years to university at U of T for science.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I can't do this. I'm not. What am I going to do? I'm not. No, I'm going. I'm leaving. If you're in science and you're listening to this, by the way, it's a very noble profession. Keep doing it.
We need you.
We need you, and it's good.
I just
you didn't need me, is what it is. Right?
It sounds like you made the right decision.
So I went over and I went to music, and he happened to be in the class. And we kind of recognized each other, and we're just like, oh, this guy.
Like my arch nemesis.
Yeah. But then we started talking, and I was like, oh, wait, he's actually cool.
Yeah.
And now, literally from then till now, it's just been working together, playing together. And he's like my right-hand man, my best friend, like my guy, you know?
That's a great, like, origin story.
Yeah, right? It's like from enemies to...
How many songs do you think you've made together?
Made together... So that's... I usually write the songs, for the most part. Although he has started... like. The way sometimes what would happen, like in the last little bit for a couple of the tracks, maybe three tracks, I think.
Yeah.
He would write like a hook, and he would come up with the guitar parts, and he'd be like, you know, Daniel, what do you think of Daniel is what he calls me, because my actual name, by the way, is Daniele. So another exclusive. Oh my god.
That's a Because I'm Matters exclusive.
Yeah. So,
Daniele.
Daniele, yeah.
I feel like
Very
I'm putting on a
Italian.
fake accent.
No, it's good. You have to. Yeah, it's good.
Are you Italian?
Very, yeah.
Very Italian.
Well, very. My dad is an immigrant from Italy, right?
That's
pretty
Italian.
That's pretty
I'd say.
Italian, yeah.
Were you born there?
No,
or
I was born here, but I used to go there like all the time.
I was going to ask, have you ever done an Ancestry.com?
I feel like I don't. I'll tell you this.
Not required.
I feel like, okay, I'm going to say this, and I'm going to go back to quickly, hyping up Anto.
Yep.
But have I done Ancestry.com? No. I'm scared to do it. Not for me, but because if my dad finds out that he's anything but Italian, he's going to be very upset.
I'd like to do one just to find out I am Italian. I want to do it for the opposite reason. If I get 1% Italian, it's over.
That's it.
I'm
that's
claiming
it.
Italian.
You're claiming it. You're gonna go. You're gonna buy the flag. You're gonna wear blue. That's it.
I'll only eat pasta. No.
Just carbs. That's it.
Yeah.
Carb diet.
And salami.
Oh, that's
gabagool.
dangerous, dude. That's dangerous. I just had now you can't see me on air. I don't even know how to describe this, but like this much salami, like before coming here. When you asked about lunch, that was my lunch. I lied to you. I guess that was my lunch.
He's like, I don't want to accept this Italian lunch I have, just salami.
Oh man, but anyway,
back to Anton.
Back to Anto. So yeah, what he usually does, he writes like a piece of the song, and then he's like, just sit with it to me.
Sure.
And I'm there and I sit with it, and I don't force write anything. So it like something has to happen or something has to be like in the right like spot for me to actually write. Right. So I'll sit with it for maybe a couple weeks, 3 weeks, and then it just happens, and I got the song.
Yeah.
And I bring it to him, and we kind of workshop it a little bit back and forth. And then he really helps. Where he really helps is with the production and helping like get all the pieces sounding right. And when I'm like, I think this is great, he's like, that's bad. You know what I mean? He's that guy to tell me like, that's not, that
not
maybe not. Right?
Sure.
Which is important for artists.
You need that ear around sometimes.
Yeah, we yell at each other sometimes,
tell you
but we
the
love
truth,
each other.
You know?
Yeah.
Even though you don't want to hear it sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
What's the last song he told you? He was like, this ain't it. Or the last thing where he was
the last thing that he says this ain't it. Actually, what song was it? Oh my gosh. There was a song, I think it's released or we're going to release it.
Yeah.
But he basically was like, because I showed him like a real rough demo, and he's like, nah, this isn't it. And I'm like, no, but you just have to hear past the crudiness of the demo. And he's like, no, this is just like, let's move on, right?
He's like, don't even bother polishing.
But me being the egotistical maniac I am, finished the track. Then I showed it to him, and he's like, oh, that's what you're going for, right? So
Like, I'm not going to give up on it.
Yeah. So if Anto's hearing me right now, just know that I was right.
And this won't be the last time I remind you that I was right.
I'll remind you, yeah.
And I'm going to bring it up next time.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what you needed, probably. You needed that, like, no, don't do it.
Yeah, no.
It made you want to do it even more.
But it's good. It's good because he actually like, helps make it where it's more of a track that people want to listen to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it made you work harder at it.
Yeah.
That's reasonable.
Yeah, for sure.
What's the first instrument you ever played?
Piano. Piano was the first thing. My mom always wanted to learn piano. Never got the chance to learn piano growing up. So, like, we had a piano, like a baby grand piano in our house before having like a dining room table. Like, she's like, I will save costs and cut costs on, like, eating a place to eat.
Don't eat it.
And we'll get a piano instead.
That's a good decision.
So, yeah, she was very adamant about that. So we started, I started when I was 6, I think. And from there, just like kind of added on instruments and kind of explored different things. And, And that's where I am now.
Was she also from Italy?
Her parents.
Her parents.
Her parents, right? Yeah. So she was born and raised in Toronto.
Yeah.
But with very Italian parents. Very Italian immigrant parents of that era, which didn't let her play piano because playing piano is not a real thing to do. You know what I mean?
You're just wasting your time.
Yeah.
Go get a real job, as they'd say.
Yeah, exactly.
Go do your taxes or something.
Yeah. What are those?
When's the last time you did your taxes?
Oh, I should be doing them like now.
Probably reasonably. It's probably a good call.
Right?
Because if you haven't, the government probably owes you money.
Yeah.
Why want to let the government keep my money?
Yeah, exactly. Do you think if you never started paying taxes, you never have to pay taxes? Is that a thing? Don't
know.
take that as legal advice, by the way.
Terrible advice.
Pay your taxes.
Speaking of terrible advice, I do it like every 3 or 4 years, I think. And then when I do it,
terrible.
They normally owe me a good amount of money.
Yeah?
They don't even get mad.
That's it, yeah. The CRA is just like, Brody,
There
that guy.
We'll see him in a couple of years.
Yeah.
They'll send you a letter. They'll go, please do it.
A couple letters, yeah. Just like, hey, man, just like.
Maybe. I don't know. I'll do it this year, I think.
This
is year 4. I think I'm going to do it.
Year 4? Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
This is the year.
Know why I'm mad I'm going to do it this year? Because Doug was giving away Dougie Bucks.
Dougie Bucks.
You know about the Dougie Bucks?
I don't know if I know about the Dougie Bucks.
He gave away $200 to everyone.
Right? Yeah, I do know about the Dougie Bucks.
But if you didn't do your taxes...
I didn't know that they were called Dougie Bucks. So
I made it up. Someone on the internet made it up.
That's amazing.
We're calling it Dougie Bucks.
Yeah, Dougie Bucks is the way it is. Yeah, for sure.
But if you didn't do your taxes last year...
No, eh?
No Dougie Bucks.
It's that $200, man.
That's a sad story.
That's unfortunate.
That's why you should do your taxes.
That's why you can get some Dougie Bucks.
Do you think people treated Beethoven like they treat artists today? Where they were like, his old stuff was better. I knew Beethoven back before. I knew
before he was mainstream.
Yeah, you got like a hipster version of knowing Beethoven?
That's a hard question. Well, okay, I can tell you the actual truth, and then I can tell you what's going on in my mind. Okay, so first, I do think that, there was, because at the time, musicians were seen as, like, if you were a musician, you were, like, working for somebody, like, grand. It was like, I don't want to say, like, it was like the government office, like, hired you to be their guy.
Make their song.
You know what I mean? It was and only the rich and classy are going to be coming to this, and nobody else is able to do that because we're exclusive, and Beethoven's our guy, right?
Yeah.
So you know what I think happened? I think Beethoven started off as their guy, and then as he started to go deaf, they're just like, our guy is starting to go a little bit deaf, I don't know if he's going to be able to write anymore. And then he kept writing, and then he got angry because he was, like, going deaf, and he's a musician, so, like, I'd be pissed too.
Yeah, you'd get a little miserable.
Yeah, I'd be pretty upset. So, and he started, like, writing this, like, revolutionary stuff, right? Like, completely changing the era of, like, how music was, like, founded, right?
Yeah.
Or, like, done at that time. And I think that probably caused a little bit of, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, what? This isn't it. But also, like, that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool that you're doing
excited.
that. Yeah. It's kind of like a weird, like, thing there, right? So, I think he went through a hard time.
Sure.
Every musician goes through a hard time. I think
somebody had to discover it first. Like, they went to talk to him. Hey, Beethoven. He's like, and he just didn't look. And they're like, hey. I don't think he's hearing very good.
Do you want to know something cool?
We're paying him a lot of money for these songs.
Okay, listen to something wild. Okay, now I'm gonna go a little nerdy here because that's kind of what I do.
Hit it.
Beethoven, when he was deaf for I think his last symphony, Beethoven's Ninth, right? I think at that point he was pretty much fully deaf.
Okay.
And he was also kind of older, but he had perfect pitch. Perfect pitch basically means if I, like, sing you a C, you know it's a C, right? Beethoven, as you get higher, like, your perfect pitch starts, like, messing up. So when you think it's a C, it's actually, like, I don't know if it's lower or higher. You're actually, like, they're actually playing a B, but you're internalizing it as a C. Meaning that Beethoven's whole piece that he wrote before he died, in his mind, sounded completely different.
That's really weird.
It's
like,
weird.
We weren't hearing it as he was hearing it.
No, not at all. We were hearing it in a completely different key than what he was hearing it at.
Do you know any Beethoven off the top of your head?
Like in the sense of, like,
could you go dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, of course, Beethoven's Fifth. I played that in university.
How much do you think you know?
Not enough with the score. What, you want me to just sing the whole?
Just hit me with some dun 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 dun.
Okay,
just
ready?
Start from the beginning.
Okay, wait. You got to get in the mood though.
You'll be able to tell when you should stop.
Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Silence. Bum 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 bum. Okay, now at this point I'm starting to lose a little bit of where it's supposed to be, but it goes basically. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about that. So Beethoven's like hook thing there, right? It's basically a motif that he uses. If you listen to the track, try to point out every time it goes ba 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 ba, 3 notes and then 1 down. Literally for 5 minutes straight, that's all it does. That's literally all it does in different keys and in different ranges. And it's like a composition. I'm so nerdy right now, but I love it. If you like nerdy talk about music, then you're in the right interview right now. Because it's like a masterclass in composition and using a small idea and making it something grand. Which is something I do, right, anybody does, even in pop music. It's something that everybody does in their own right, is using these, you know, little ideas and expanding them into full-fledged pieces of music and songs, right? So Beethoven, man, he was an angry guy. Got a lot of, you know, a hard life. But he taught everybody everything, and it's still being used today. Like, it's actually remarkable.
If you can't tell already, I was having you stall.
Yeah, no, I realize.
I'm sure there's anybody who can see me
Is it good?
your end of the camera at this point. That's good.
Did I do an all right job? Did I bore you? I'm sorry, everybody.
So good.
I'm sorry to everybody for boring you with that, like, music history and theory, you know, class.
It's exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what we needed.
I couldn't keep up singing Beethoven out of tune like that. Like, I just couldn't. I couldn't do it, man.
You did well, and you did it almost long enough for me to switch the camera battery. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I'd say, "Can you make a TV static noise?"
Just
And then I'm like, you gotta hold it until I
yeah, you just gotta just like.
But I figured Beethoven
45 seconds.
a little more fun. That's a little more fun.
Yeah,
to me.
it's a little bit more.
It actually used to. The show that was on before me used to be Classical Today. And every time I'd get in here, I'd be in a rush trying to set up for 6 o'clock and get the camera set up because I used to record from the very minute 6 hit.
Yeah.
And it'd be going, bum, 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 and I'd be running around losing my mind trying to go set up.
Perfect.
It was stressful.
Yeah, it's amazing though. Amazing.
Sometimes
soundtrack.
I'd come in and I'd just turn it right off. I'm like, oh, I can't handle this today. I'm trying to focus.
Fair
so
enough.
I appreciate you doing your rendition.
Yeah. I hope you all listening liked it.
I liked it. I don't care if they liked it. It was excellent. Describe orchestral pop rock.
So orchestral pop rock, essentially, that's my idea of taking, because I am a string player, right? I'm a violinist. Mm-hmm. I have, as you can probably tell, kind of an understanding of, you know, classical music and that world of things.
Yep.
But I'm also like just a pop rock artist is what I am. Like I do pop rock, right?
Yeah.
So it's this like fusion between the two, especially on my last album. Moving forward, I still include elements of the orchestral pop rock sound, but it's definitely a little bit more like on the pop rock side of things. But Catch Me is kind of is eclectic. When we listen to that one there, it will be like an eclectic kind of tune.
Did you make it up?
Which orchestral pop rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, I made it up. So I made up the genre to the point that I tried to put it on Wikipedia, but because I don't have enough pre-saves on Catch Me, which you guys have to help me with.
How many pre-saves do you need to be able to change to Wikipedia?
I need about 5,000. So if we
Listen, people, we can make this happen.
If we get 150, I'll be very happy. If we get a 5,000, then we're changing Wikipedia, man. That's how it goes.
Just give them a pass.
Well, yeah, no, I tried to put
Give
it
it
in.
to them at 150.
I tried to put it in. I was like, orchestral pop rock was like made by Daniel Monte, and it was there for like a solid like 2 months, and then somebody was like, nah. No, I see what you're doing here.
See what happens. I remember in class a long time ago, we'd be researching stuff, and I'd see somebody reach there, and I'd go in there and I'd change it.
Yeah.
Like, the elephants used to chase and stomp the zebras.
yeah, it's like
it would stay for a little bit, and then you'd check the next day and be like, oh,
it's gone.
They fact-checked it.
Somebody fact-checked.
I'm sure they must have changed those rules by now. They can't be just letting.
I mean, who works at Wikipedia? I don't even know how that works anymore.
All I know is for a minute, they were like begging for donations.
Oh, yeah. Are they still doing that?
They were like, listen, you're using us.
Yeah.
Pay us.
We know you're using us.
And I'm like, you're not very credible. I don't think I'm paying you.
yeah.
You start having credible articles.
Yeah, exactly. I can claim that I made up and, own orchestral pop rock. That's not.
I feel like in the top 5 things I remember from school, they're like, do this research and don't use Wikipedia.
Yeah, and what did you do?
Use Wikipedia.
You use Wikipedia and you
Use
copied the
Wikipedia
sites.
sources.
Yeah.
Man, what am I supposed to do? That's what I have to do.
That's it.
It's not our fault.
That's so funny.
You got to do what you got to do. Who is your biggest inspiration?
Biggest inspiration. I'm gonna go heartfelt, and I'm gonna give like another like just like normal one. One biggest inspiration is my dad for sure, because he used to write music when he was growing up. You know, that's what he was. He was always just a musician as his primary like thing, right? That's what I know about him. That's what he introduced me to music. You know, obviously with my mom being very supportive, right?
Yeah.
But my dad, I used to write songs with him. You know, I used to perform pieces with him. Like he was always there in my musical upbringing, right? Mm-hmm. So obviously he's like number one spot. He claims it. That's it, right?
It's his.
Yeah. But if we're gonna talk about artists that I listen to, right? I growing up would listen to like obviously Michael Jackson, Queen, The Police. I even liked. Okay. I like Sting is awesome. And nowadays my playlist is actually hilarious. It's Hozier, Aurora, Stromae. Do you know Stromae? Stromae. He's like this. I think he's Belgian, but he like does this like French, like I don't know, French pop stuff. It's actually really cool. Check it out, Stromae. He did that song a while back. It was like Alors on danse. And I don't know how the rest of it goes, but it's basically just.
I was thinking that you just sing a third song.
Yeah.
3 songs. I think that's a record for the
That's
show.
in French, man. I can't do that.
We'll give you a pass.
But yeah, that's basically what I listen to now and what I used to listen to, and yeah, that's basically it.
Do you think, I didn't know you were Italian till today, during this interview.
Yeah.
But in the last couple of days, there's been conversation as I've been in the car over whether or not Eastside Mario's radio ads are offensive. Are they offensive?
Eastside Mario as a whole chain is offensive, okay?
I was listening to the ad and we discussed in the car, and they got a little kid and an old guy going, "Hey, bada boom, bada bing," and I was like, "I think this
it's like that. It's like that Family Guy episode where it's like, Peter, you can't just you're not just because you grow a mustache, you're not Italian or something like that, and you're just going bada boo, bada bee.
That's how it feels a little bit.
That's how it feels, yeah. Yeah. So is it offensive? Listen, I'm happy my people's culture is being spread. I mean, hey,
yeah, it's a good answer.
But maybe use actual words. Maybe be a little bit more Italian instead of just this caricature.
It definitely feels like a caricature. I'm gonna do a Google right after this. Who started Eastside Mario's? Are they Italian?
Yeah, it's just some guy from like.
It's just a gimmick.
Yeah. Yeah. So is it offensive? Possibly. I'll ask my dad. He'll probably have more of a say in that.
This is a question. I'm not making this up because I want the answer to my question. I normally would ask questions, words. It says, if you called your mom right now, would she pick up? Instead, I'm going to say, if you called your dad right now, would he pick up?
I don't know. I think I called him before coming here, and you seem pretty busy at work.
Are you willing to test it?
I can try. Give me a second. I got to get my phone.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun 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 dun. It's my turn now. Dun 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 dun. Then you go dun 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 dun. Hey, bada boom, bada bing.
Let's see. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him and put him on speaker.
Fingers crossed.
He's ignoring me. He's ignoring me. That's what he's doing. He's saying, I'm working.
You knew I was busy already.
Yeah.
What's the matter with you?
That's it. Oh.
You have reached
Nothing.
I got bad news for you.
Tell me.
I think you're the first person to get rejected by the phone call.
Yeah, I mean,
there's only been 3.
Listen,
don't take it personally.
Immigrant father. What are you going to do?
And everybody's been calling their mom. Everybody's been calling their mom. I made you call your dad. Of course, the dad doesn't answer the phone. I mean, that's just how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, that's how it is.
I'd like you to report back on whether your dad says it's offensive or not.
Yeah. I'll let you know.
I need the answer to this very important question.
I love that. Well, I'm going to call him and be like, what if I was like, I drove, I'm from Vaughan, right? So I drove to Hamilton. What if I was calling because, hey, I need,
you make me look silly on the radio, Dad.
I look on Love now. Now you have to pre-save catch me.
His dad's not pre-saving it. Where does your dad work?
He runs a company with my mom. They own and run their own wholesale company selling, believe it or not, religious articles. So like church supply, rosaries, which is, and so I was basically surrounded by images of Jesus and statues of Jesus.
But just in like Amazon warehouse style of just like stacks.
No, like I'm talking like walking into the showroom, because they have a showroom there.
Yeah.
It's just like you turn around, you're like, ha, like it's just Jesus everywhere.
You're a little inspired by it.
So
sure.
I think, I had a little bit of inspiration.
You come by it naturally.
Yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's how it is.
Listen, if there was an image to reflect, that's probably the one.
I can't grow a beard like that guy, though. I wish I could grow. I mean, he was just
I like saying,
God.
like that guy. I
like
that dude. You know,
that dude over there,
got the
Jesus,
stuff.
that dude. Just sick
like,
beard.
Homie's got the beard. I just can't keep up.
I can't do it. Yeah, I just, I can figure out the hair. I can't do the rest. Apparently, I did a Google search.
Mm-hmm.
He's 5'2".
5'2"?
He was 5'2". I know.
But he looked 6'1" on that cross.
Listen, I'm 5'7", and I'm just like, or 7.5 if you really want to check, maybe 5'8" on my license.
I'm 5'8" on my license. When I was 16, forever. That's forever.
That's it. Yeah, that's it.
There's no going back.
So, do you know what? Taller than Jesus. That's all I can go.
That's all you need to say.
Yeah.
Somebody told me a joke recently like this. They say they put their arms out like this. You can't really see it on the radio. And they say, what is this?
What is it?
A terrible way to spend Easter weekend.
Oh.
I know, terrible. What's the last video someone sent you on IG?
Last video I was sent on IG. I gotta check.
Mm-hmm. You need the truth.
Let me see.
The whole truth, nothing but the truth.
Let me see what I got. Actually, I actually don't even know. Let's see. Oh my god.
Dun 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 dun.
I don't know what this is. I haven't seen this yet.
All right, you just hold that up and hold it near the microphone. Point it towards the camera.
Oh god. How do I? Okay. This is all.
This side of the microphone.
This is all I got. Just some dude somersaulting.
It's exciting. It almost looks AI. It's so good.
That's fake, right?
I don't think so. I think it's just impressive.
Some dude's actually doing that?
I hope so. I gotta see the end to really know.
I feel nauseous looking at it.
Oh my god, I think it's real.
Holy
shit. Can you send me that video?
Yeah. Gladly send that to you.
Appreciate it.
That's wild. Okay, cool.
And B, can you read the notes in front of you?
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, that was my brother who sent me that, so he always sends me things.
Shout out your brother.
Strange, yeah.
Does he look like Jesus also?
No, he looks very much like an accountant, even though he's not. He's married an accountant, so maybe that's where he gets it.
Sure.
Okay, shall I read these?
Hit it.
I'm Daniel Monte, and you are watching Because Design Matters.
Next.
Sick?
Killed it.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
Killed it. Next.
What's a little exclusive concert?
If you were going to do a Tiny Desk style set, what would you add to it?
If I were to do it in a
There's
Tiny
no Tiny
Desk?
Desk. They got multiple instruments. They got a
Right,
whole
of
thing.
course.
What would you add?
Well, I would immediately get Anto
Okay.
here, right? So guitar, and he's a phenomenal guitarist, so you gotta have him.
Yeah.
And he also does harmonies on it.
Okay.
Realistically, I would love, I have a buddy of mine that plays cello, and I would have him join us, and cajon, probably that. Maybe that combination is like the Tiny Desk combo,
I'm using this to get people to give me their pitch.
Yeah.
That's the best pitch I've heard so far.
Yeah.
Get some instruments. That's a good pitch.
No, it would be actually really cool. I'm actually planning on.
You're on the list.
Yeah, let me know.
On the list.
Hit me up.
We're gonna figure it out.
We'll get it done.
I appreciate you coming out.
Yeah, dude. Thanks for having me.
We'll do this again anytime you got something to promote. We'll figure it out.
100%.
Introduce this next song.
Okay, this is my next single. It's released April 4th. Pre-save it. It's called "Catch Me." Hope you like it.
And this is a Because Design Matters exclusive. I'm remixing that.
Drive right past A&M. It's raining.
Wait a second, that's Drake. Hold on.
And this is Drake.
Yeah, this is Raining in Houston by Drake. No. I did that last week also.
Did you really?
I forget I should just shut it off on the board and it's just playing in the background the whole time.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Drake, you're welcome for the extra streams. But anyways, let's try this again. Catch Me.
I might. I'm Daniel Monte, and you are watching Because Design Matters.